and welcome to another video. So today I'm going to start a project, and one of two things is going to happen, right? You're going to see me be successful, or you're going to see me fail in the first half and then resume in the second half. Essentially, my project is to recoil these two planners so that I can combine my 6-month daily with some weeklies from Plum paper. Now, technically that's like straightforward and easy, right? With some good wire cutters, you just kind of bend some stuff. My project is extra easy because I don't have a painted coil and I don't have to keep these coils, so I can just take them off and then be done with them. They don't have to stay pretty because they aren't going back on my planner. I purchased some of these coils from OK Plans on Etsy, and she was selling them in early June, I believe, is when I got these. There was like a sale and I bought 3 of them, and they're thicker, they're very thick. But it's my hope that they will allow me to add the weeks that I want to add, and then a little bit of wiggle room for stickers and things, because my current daily is getting quite thick. And I hope this will work. If we look at my current daily, you should be able to see that the coil is still bigger than that, which I hope means that the stickers will work better. There'll be more wiggle room basically. And it's the same height. I believe it's also the same pitch as well. Yeah, I think this is gonna work. So why does this become a hard project? I don't actually have wire cutters or pliers. I don't have any. I can't go get any right now. So I was kind of like, okay, well, 1, I could wait, or 2, I could try to figure it out anyway. And the reason I don't want to wait to get pliers is that I don't know 100% if everything's going to work. Like if this coil doesn't work and I want to find another coil size somewhere, then I have to have time to get that coil. If it doesn't work, then I also will give myself time to go get pliers, etc. So I figured there's no harm in starting. And then if it doesn't work and I realize I really need the pliers, this is not going to work without the pliers, then I'll just put everything to the side, pick up on another day once I've been able to go out and buy pliers. So that's what we're doing. And basically, I have 2 planners here. This is my next daily planner, and I'm going to combine it with weeks from this Goals Vertical Priorities. And as we go through it, I'll give you more details on what each one looks like. But for now, I'm just going to try to start uncoiling. I'm going to start with this daily planner. And what are the tools I have available? I have this wrench, and I tested on an Erin Condren planner I don't use very much. I tested that this wrench does let me get the coil, like unbend the coil, so that I can take it out of the pages. So I'm pretty confident I'll be able to do that much. The issue is going to be in whether I'll be able to properly bend the black coil once I get to that part, and if I'll be able to cut the wire, because this is going to be a little too long for this planner. I don't know. I have no idea, but I'm going to try it, and you can see me struggle with that, and I will kind of time lapse through that whole messy process. Okay, so basically I've straightened this out, and if I were like worried about my coil, that I might not try to do it like this. I might try to get it a little more along the curve, but I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be a problem. So I'm going to try to start uncoiling and see how far I do or do not get. Not very far. So I know now that I need to work to bend that a little more. that was hindering my progress is that this bottom coil was it was blocking itself. It wasn't unspinning. So that was something I had to fix. I did it. I got it out. Basically, because of how straight this is and how weird this end is, I could not just get it through the whole planner. I did have to take it through 2 halves so that at any given time it was only going through like fewer pages and there wasn't as much curvature to the pages. Phew, that was hard because again, I don't have the right tools. But it's done. So that's one planner. I am going to save these coils even though I'm not putting my planner back on them because I want to use them to store covers and I don't know what else, but you never know when you need an extra coil. So I'm going to put that off to the side and then get started uncoiling this planner. So I got that one off. This one was a little easier because I think this wasn't quite at such a weird angle, and then this planner is a little thinner, so there were fewer pages that I had to work through. These 2 coils are actually, they look like they're the same size. And I don't know how many size coils Plum Paper has, but this planner I did not add any add-ons on, and this planner I did. So there was a little space on the coil for this planner, but then not really any on the coil for this planner. Okay, now we gotta figure out how to do this. So I will be using this cover first. I think, well actually, I'm gonna coil it with this cover, but I will probably end up using a different color for the first 2 or 3 months of the planner. And this cover I'll probably use in August. But that's why it doesn't have any months or years on it. It just has my name so that I can use it whenever I want. All right, so I'll put that off to the side. I'll use this, but first I need to decide what I'm going to do about my pages. These first few pages are the same in both. So I will just take them from the daily. And then the dividers are the same, right? Yes, so I only need one divider, I think. I'll keep that one on hand. And here is the question. So do I want to have my dailies first or my weeklies? Yes, so I think I want to have my weeklies first, which means that I'll have the tab, this goal sheet, one monthly, the weeks, the end of the like month review thing, a notes page, another monthly, which I want to use for budgeting. So I want to use one monthly for like monthly overview, and then this monthly in particular for like spending tracking. So each day that I spend something, I want to mark how much it was and what it was for, and to keep track of that in my second monthly spread. And then the days start. Yeah. So we've got everything through September the 30th. And then I have this budget sheet that I haven't been using. So I'm not going to coil that in right now. I think I just want to put it off to the side. And then I have these 5 dot grid pages, and I think I'm going to keep them there just because I like the idea of some extra dot grid pages. Yeah. All right, so now we have another month, an extra divider, my weeks, my days, minus this sheet that I'm not using right now. So things get interesting in February because I actually don't have a regular month here. But what I think I'm going to do is first I put my weeks in. That's done. Then instead of having the notes pages at the back, I need to put them here for things. So basically I have these 2 spreads are monthly. Then I have February 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and then the 8th. So I will just have to draw things out that one week because I put these days, I gave them away to someone because I didn't think I'd need these last 2 months, but then I decided I did want to stay with Plum paper, and then I didn't have those months. But that's all right. And then I have the rest of the days. I have an extra note page, passwords, like the end pages of a Plum paper, the folder at the back, then my cover. Over here I have the last half of the year. And these extra dividers. And I'm not going to bother recoiling any of this. I'm probably just going to put this in a box. Oh, I forgot. Oh no. In this planner, I have the memories add-on. Okay, so I don't need the divider because what I want to do is like put a page basically for each month. So let's see. Don't really need any of that. Okay. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 pages. So, what I want to do is put a page at the end of each month. So like September is going to have this decorative side and then one side here, but then I also have some dockered pages. I might not use all of them, so like there'll be space for extra memory keeping. So I'll put a 1 sheet of that at the end of each month. Except for December, where I'm going to put a couple of sheets, and that's because December has like the holidays. So I'm going to have an extra sheet here because I had 13 sheets, as well as the very last sheet which says this year in 3 words, life is a collection of moments, because that is when 2020 ends. Yeah, and then January. February. And I like this setup because since I've recoiled, I can put the memories with the months, because the memories add-on, there's not a dispersed option. However, I have made it dispersed, and I really like that because I want to keep the months all together. Is this good? Okay, this is hefty. Wow, I thought this coil would be too big, but like it's probably going to be just big enough. Okay, and so that means that I should still have 6 of these sheets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, for the next part of the year, I'll just put this back with where, what is this? I actually found an extra dockered page. From my vertical planner, so I'll add that to February since I had to take some of the notes pages. Then I'll move the memories thing back to the end of my vertical. Okay. So I think that's everything. Now, if this were something like, I don't know, other recoiling options I've seen, the cover is removable, right? But Plum paper has this protective clear sheet, and not only is it not removable like the undercover is, but it's a little bigger than the pages and the cover. So I have to try to center it on my pages. I also don't own binder clips this big, so can't use those to make this easier. But it's okay. This is gonna work out. Do I start from the top or the bottom? I think I have to start from the bottom. Okay, that's on. So I'm going to start by just threading that first part through. Okay, so I just want to make sure I didn't miss any holes. Oops, this is going all over the place. Okay, so basically, I messed up, but maybe I didn't. I am unsure. I'm going to try to get the second hole in, but it's possible I'll have to realign everything. Hefty planner. My hand is getting tired of holding it up. But that's okay because my planner doesn't travel a lot. I mean, I do take it to and from work, but I have a bag and I drive to work, so like I'm not carrying it long distances. At work it stays at my desk, at home it stays at my desk, and I don't like try to put it in a purse or anything. It doesn't travel with me for like errands. Okay, I think I did it. I think all the pages are actually on there. This coil is thinner than the one that came with the planner, just for your reference. Do a spot check, flip through. So now the question, so first let's do some comparisons. This is my 6-month daily with stickers. And this is my new 6-month daily, no stickers, with weeks and notes pages. So they're actually very similar thicknesses, but then this is going to get even thicker because I haven't started using it. Wait, could you even see that, or was I out of the frame? So this is my 6-month daily with stickers and almost finished. And this is the planner I just put in 6 months daily plus some vertical weeks. And they're very similar in size, which means that this is only going to get heftier, and I might hate it by the end, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited to try it out. Now I have to decide what to do about the coil. Basically, my supplies are this wrench, a little hammer that I found, and scissors. I'm kind of hoping I might be able to cut the coil with scissors because it's so much thinner. But also maybe not. I'm a little worried that because this coil is thinner, my bookmark won't fit. See, this is too loose. It just falls out. That's sad. I'll have to think on whether there's something I can do about that. Maybe if it's just in my notebook, it won't be so bad. Like the pages will keep it from slipping out. But back to the question at hand. Well, let's experiment first. Got my coils here. Let's see if I can bend it in. But this is also a bigger coil. So I think what I'm going to do is try. And one or two things is gonna happen. It's not gonna work, and then I'll have to tidy it up with real pliers in a couple of weeks, or it'll work and it'll all be okay. So I'm gonna go down to like here. I'm gonna try to bend it in. Ouch. This wrench is hurting my thumb. Would you look at that? That worked. And I might be able to tidy it up more. Did I put it in too far? I might have to trim it, but I can tidy it up with pliers if it really gets in my way once I buy pliers. So that end is secure. Now I need to get some off the other end. So one of the important things to make sure that your book is going to lay flat is to make sure that this bend is parallel on the other side with your other bend. Because if, like, let's see, where will it bend? Where will it go? Yeah, on this side, so right here. If I don't cut it such that at the end when I bend this way, they aren't like aligned with each other, then when I flip the covers over, one cover is going to get caught on this side and the other will get caught on the other side. And if they're far away from each other, that means that your book's not going to lay flat. If they're right parallel to each other, then that means that anything in the way is just the thickness of your wire, which is like negligible in a book this size. So I want to cut, let's see, going around here, has to go through that hole. I want the bend to be here, which means that I want to cut like right here. Let's experiment with part of the end I know I don't need. Okay, so I got this pair of kitchen scissors and I'm just gonna see if I can cut through this little wire. Okay, so things I learned. If I start the wire off with my scissors and then bend it with my wrench, I think I can get this to work. Let me figure out where I have to cut again. Okay. Basically, I want the bend to fall like here. Hold my spot. So I want the bend to fall there, and then I need this much excess to bend inwards. So that means I want to cut like here, and I'm gonna cut like a little more than I think I need so that if I do mess it up, my wire cutters can come in and fix it. That looks good. So I'm just gonna start trying to cut. It's also nice that I have 3 coils, so if I mess one up, I kind of have an extra one for the next year, and then after that I can figure out what to do. Oh, I don't need this here. Move that out of the way. Okay. All right, time for the wrench. This is so silly. I don't know. I didn't need the wrench. Just popped right off. Okay. So like, it's not the cleanest, but like you can't really tell. And when I have scissors, or when I have pliers, I can trim. I'll be back. No. I thought I could find like a file that would let me kind of clean up that edge a bit, but I cannot. So that's it. Now to bend the wire. So I have my binder clip marking where I want to bend. I have to get my pliers in there. not pliers, wrench. How did I do this? Okay. Okay. My wrench is on. Time to bend. Look at that! Look at how flat it bends down. This is in the way of the back cover. There we go, I fixed it. That's pretty good. I think that yeah, so it can be cleaned up. I'll clean it up later whenever I have wire cutters. I'm really surprised that worked at all. I thought I'd have to shelve this project for another day, but it works. So this is my new planner starting in September. And then for when they have their Black Friday sale is when I'll get the next 6 months, and then sometime after that I'll recoil the next 6 months into another hefty planner like this. Here it is. All right, so put the coil to the side. We have the clear cover, my interchangeable cover, the beginning pages, my first divider tab, and then the goals sheet, monthly view. This is followed by the weeks, and something to note, so you can personalize things on Plum paper, and I did decide to splurge for personalization. Personalizing some of the headers is an extra $4, and I typically don't want to add anything to the cost, but I did for these spreads because they're going to be part memory keeping, and I wanted to make sure that like they were what I wanted. So I put this to say this week. I put highlights here so that if I have a very busy week and I actually don't have a lot of extra space to put in more memory keeping pieces, there's always this space up here that's just going to let me put a few little notes about the day. Then this extra section here, you can put a note, but I didn't know what I wanted that to be. So I left it blank so that I can decide what I want later. And then this box I also left blank. And then this one I said habits. So I'll just use that as a habit tracker. Nothing too complicated. The monthly like review sheet, another monthly, the days. I'm gonna flip through everything just to make sure that all the pages are in order and that it all makes sense. And that is my planner. I'm flabbergasted that this actually worked. And I think there are a couple of things to note about why it worked. One, it was hard. So like if you're not down for something challenging, not having the right tools definitely made it much harder. So, you know, it's up to your own perseverance, whether that's something you want to deal with or you just want to wait until you can get your actual plier situation under control. Second, the gauge, which is like the thickness of this coil, is much thinner than this coil. I wouldn't say it's like super close, like 2/3 to 4/5 the same thickness, but still not the same. So that's part two. The next issue that the next reason it worked is that I didn't have to save this coil, so it was easy for me to unbend it and like fight it, because if I had to put this back in, it would be much harder with this thicker coil. But I didn't have to preserve this coil because I had a different coil. Yeah, I think those are the main reasons why this worked. These coils are from OK Plants on Etsy. I believe she is sold out of these particular ones. For a while, she was selling plastic ones. I don't know if those are still up. And I know she's planning to do a restock, and she might include some different colors. So I'll link her shop down below. She has a Facebook group. You can keep an eye on what she's doing. But yeah, this is done. So I guess that's finally the end of this video. I feel like I've been wanting to do this forever, and now it's done, and I can't quite believe it. I've just been really excited to see how it would all look all together. This is a thinner coil, so I'm a little worried about like what kind of wear it can handle, but because my planner does not travel very far with me for very long, I do believe that this coil is going to be all right. And it's black, which is interesting because I'm not super picky about coil colors, but it is the case that Plum paper does not let you customize your coil color. But as you can see here, I did get this black one. All right, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.